Hello everyone. Since I don't have a lot of time recently, I won't be making a metal detecting video as you can see right now, but there is actually one on the way which will be, I hope, released somewhere next week, hopefully. So today I'm gonna do something different. As you can see, it's been a while since I did a video on my collection, and you can see it's expanded quite a bit. Anyway, so I'm basically replicating a Fallschirmjäger uniform, but just ignore this one. Besides, yeah, it's of the Fallschirmjäger des Heeres, or the Brandenburg units. As you can see, I do have a badge from them right here. This is the Fallschirmschützenabzeichen des Heeres. And yes, you can see me in the background. um, so yeah, actually these medals and this one too actually are from my grandfather. He was actually a Brandenburger, and well, at least I still have these and his Soldbuch and some other things. And actually, just real quick, you can see his dog tag right here. And I also have this reproduction. Oh, give me a second. Yes, I'm doing this on my bed because I don't have that much free space. Yes, reproduction paratrooper helmet with the hair decal on it because I was Fallschirmjäger des Heeres, so that's why. And I've also put some chicken wire on it and made it rust a bit. I hope you can see it a little. It's not all that visible right now, but yeah, that's what this is. Although it's not the best reproduction, it's okay. You can see the liner is a bit deformed right here, so it's sometimes a bit uncomfortable to wear it. Besides, it's actually too big for me, or for my head. But yeah, I'm just gonna put it right here so it won't bother. So about all this stuff, apart from these things and the mag pouches, this is all original. And also the bread bag, which is, I think it's from the Red Cross, but I'm not quite sure. But it's got a similar color to the Luftwaffe, so I don't really care. So this is an M41 tunic. Just get this stuff off it, and I've made it look like the one my grandpa had. So he was a Gefreiter, so I think it's like private or something. Not a very high rank, but yeah, that's that. And he also had an Iron Cross second class, as you can see right here, this one. And just put these general collar things on it. Anyway, I also have for this uniform these Y straps. See which ones are these. Okay, these are original, both of them. Actually, I ordered them in a shop, and also ordered reproduction hair Y straps, but for some reason they sent to post-war N4A, Nationale Volksarmee, from the GDR army, yeah, these Y straps. So I sent them back, and I guess they kind of sent this as well. I did get this in the first order, but then for some reason a mysterious package arrived and it had this. So yeah, I guess this was a compensation, though they did already give me the money back. But yeah, let's just take a quick look at the stamps right here. You can see it's made in Wien, so it's Vienna in Austria in 1943. This one doesn't have a date, but it's got a Reichsbetriebsnummer right here, 00655 0013. And they're both in pretty good condition still, and they were 40 bucks, but well, I got this one for free, so 20 bucks a piece. And I actually did find a shop which offered exactly these, actually one with the same Reichsbetriebsnummer, for 20 bucks, so I guess it's like I ordered them from that shop. So that's that. Then we have this. Someone decided to polish this at some point, and I put some paint on it so it's not as obvious. It's a belt, obviously, from the hair, and yeah, it's black on the inside, and I didn't make it black on the outside because there was some weird plastic stuff on it, but I removed it. It wasn't original anyway, and it's got this relatively rusty catch on the other side, so let's roll it up again. See, it's got the original paint right here, and it's a pretty nice belt, and I like how it's shiny like this. Yeah. And then we have this Luftwaffe belt. As you can see, the it's present on this one. This strap is obviously missing, so the soldier just made these holes himself. And this was also, someone removed the swastika on this, and then someone decided to put it back on. That's why it's so weird. And it's also got a maker's mark right here. But since I'm going to be replicating a Brandenburger uniform, I will be using this belt because, as can be seen in most pictures of them, they often have these belts, and my grandpa, I can see it in some pictures, also this one, and not a Luftwaffe one like most paratroopers, as they were from the Luftwaffe, but these weren't. And now let's, we've got this, we've got this nice little bayonet. It's actually a great bayonet, and I did actually find this one in a forest with the scabbard. The leather part is reproduction, but the bayonet itself is original, and I found it near the Führerbunker Felsennest in the Eifel. You can actually search that in the internet and you'll see where it is, and I found it pretty close to it, and that's why I've got this. I'm not sure if he actually had one back then, but doesn't really matter. And I've also got this gas mask, just because it wasn't too expensive on eBay for 60 bucks, which, I mean, you really can't complain for a price like that. Let me just there we go. Now it's complete. Yeah, that's the gas mask. It's from 1944, right here. And I did tape this end off because there's the possibility of some asbestos, which is lined in here, to fall out, so that's why I've taped it off, so nothing can come out. And yeah, it's in great shape still, and it does have some marks in here, but you know what, I'm not gonna bother to show them to you because it's a pain in the ass to make it obvious. You can also see the marking on the viewing plastic pieces, and yeah, they're made in 1944. You can see the gas mask canister. It's pretty much brand new. Also the strap is still very nice, though it was cut for some reason. Let's see, where is the spot? Where is it? Ah, there it is. I was wondering why I couldn't find it. Yeah, I stitched this back together, and you can see, I can't actually see because it's too dark. There's pretty much no rust on this at all, just on the top a little bit. And oh wait, it's actually, it's marked right here. It's 1944 made as well, like the gas mask itself, and it's marking right here as well. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's also 44, and we've got these glasses here as well, which are also, as you can see, 1944 dated. And this is something you can also look for to see if it's an original one. Most of the World War II issue ones had AD on the bottom for dicht or proof, so it's waterproof. And sometimes post-war ones or things that weren't designed for the army didn't have this D on it, so you can look out for that. But don't take my word on it. I've heard it somewhere, but I can't confirm it really. It's been a while since I heard it. So anyway, let's put this back together. Just a second. There we go. And also got this Göffel. It's a late war one, made of steel. Well, actually I also have a early model, this one. I actually bought a lot of equipment as one batch from a private person who probably found it in a basement or something. And it had these two, then this cup, this accessory and another accessory, a field bottle, no, this wasn't with it, and some other stuff, and this Russian gas mask bag from World War II, and a German field bottle which had a Soviet cover on it. So all in all, it was a pretty good deal, especially since this accessory still is in really nice shape. And you can see the bread bag right here. Anyway, as I was saying, this bread bag is not original, but I will be replacing it at some point. You can see it's not original because these straps, pieces, whatever, are supposed to be at an angle like this, so they would be sort of pointy, but obviously it's not pointy, it's fabric. It can't really be sharp and pointy, but you get the point, I hope. So anyway, we've got this nice little field bottle with top. I did actually make this out of multiple pieces I had lying around. So I bought a lot of cheap field bottles online and kind of made myself the best one. This is actually all matching now, it's all MN40. This one is marked JSD 36, in case you can see it. Still in very nice condition, has a lot of original paint and also names on it, here and here and here. And yeah, actually there was also a Hitler Youth bread bag with the old stuff that I bought, and I also got this bread bags, bread bag strap, yeah, that's what I was looking for, which, yeah, right here. You can see it has a name, so I think it's Bodensteiner or something like that. So yeah, get this field bottle off real quick and I'll show you the stamps on this one. Actually, just a second, you can also see the stamp on this one, C and CW 36. Okay, give me a second. So here we are, you can see the marking on the cup right here. Let's get it off. Still nice and clean, and we've got this Bakelite top, which, as you can see, I had to cut so I could put the aluminium rings on it again. Anyway, that's what this is. Still nice condition. Could do for a bit of cleanup though. And let's open those buttons, and you can see MN40. And we'll also undo these buttons real quick, trying not to damage anything. And this, I think, is also marked MM40 because this felt cover was with this field bottle, so that would make sense. Oh, and this hook also has a marking, I forgot. And I didn't actually show you the stamp on this one, I think. HMZ39. It's a bit corroded right here, unfortunately, but you know, these are actually quite valuable, even though they, especially this one's very light. I think you pay like 20-30 bucks for one of these, and to get two is quite a nice deal, I think. So, what else do we have left? You can see the bread bag right here. I've got the MP40 pouches. Just put some pieces of wood right here. Though I do have, let's get it out, one MP40 magazine right here. It's not an original, it's post-war, but I mean it looks like an original, so that's all I need. As you can see, normal magazine. And also about the MP40 mag I found, this one right here. I did actually get all the bullets out, and without damaging it, as you can see. And as you can see, the bullets aren't in there very firmly. I bought a bullet puller online to make them safe and get the powder out. So I just put them right here in this accessory lid. I think it was like 23 rounds that were still in here, and yeah, now it's empty. It's pretty light like this. Still got stamps right here. Anyway, back to the topic we had at hand. I still have. Let's put it back in, close it up. Get this out of the way. I've also got this bread bag strap with an order where I bought 2 field bottles from a private person who found them. The field bottles were still very dirty, and this came with them, which is an original bread bag strap, and don't know which side it was, but it still has a, yeah, there we go. Still has the marking right here. So see if you can make it out. It's very faint, you can't really see it, but it's a Reichsbetriebsnummer, and that's pretty nice. You can obviously put it on your helmet as somewhere to put your camo things, like twigs and stuff. And I've also got this Knochensack, Fallschirmjäger Knochensack, to obviously for the Fallschirmjäger reenactment stuff. Though I'm not really reenacting as of right now, but maybe in the future. I still need, still waiting for the Heer Eagle, which I'll put right here, and maybe I'll also put a this Gefreiten Winkel here. So I did actually do some changes to this one because, well, it wasn't very expensive actually. It was 70 bucks, and well, the zippers were very terrible quality, as you can see here. Like nothing like the original, like really cheap plastic ones. One actually broke while I was I haven't used this for very long. I only wore it twice, and one of these zippers already broke, so you can see they're really cheap. So I bought some metal ones online. They are pretty authentic looking, as you can see. And yeah, obviously they work as well, but they just make it look so much more realistic. Well, obviously we'll have these stitching lines here now, but you know, you gotta do with what you've got to do. Anyway, you can see them right here. This is the second one I put in. This was the first. I did a mistake where I just ripped it out, and almost everything kind of came falling apart. After that I just use a knife to cut them out and then put them in, obviously better, and also put the leather pieces and at the ends back in. So yeah, that's them. Yes, there are two different colors, but at least they're metal. That's the main thing I had, because these plastic ones were just really shit, and you also heard like they were plasticky, and this is obviously more authentic. And yeah, on to the main thing of the video, I'd say, because this poor little helmet will be leaving my collection in a couple of days again, even though I've only had it for 2 weeks. I bought it for 300 euros from a private seller. As you can see, it's a camo helmet. It's an M40. You can see right here the stamped air vent and the rolled edge. Let's see, maybe we can get into some better light. I think I can arrange it like this. Yeah, that's definitely better. So stampings wise, you may be able to see the lot number. Let's see, it's right there, it's DN353, so you can't see the whole number because it's very rusty. And it's Q64, so it's shell size 64, and was made by Quist in Germany, obviously, as it's a German helmet. Get the mouse away. And yeah, you can see it's got a lot of camo paint on it, and it was actually a Luftwaffe helmet at first, as you can see by the Luftwaffe blue paint below here. I think it was actually reissued, because when you look the lot numbers up, you only see DN355 as having a 1943 dated liner, but this one is actually from 1944, so it's probably been reissued and also repainted in field grey, as you can see on the inside. And then the helmet also got a, let's see, on this side I think you can see it best, a Rautan Anstrich, so the kind of rough texture camo paint, right here, in a sort of brownish color over the field grey and the Luftwaffenblau. And then there's also this Dunkelgelb 43, I think it's Dunkelgelb 43 anyway, above this, which has kind of been sanded away a bit, which you can see in some spots. It's got these sanding marks on it, and it's probably been done in the war, because if you look at, you can see it's got these similar marks right here. But yeah, anyway, I also wanted to show you this, which might be the remains of a decal. See these white spots here. Anyway, see these liner is still in really nice shape as well. Yes, I already said it's made in 1944. This cord is probably not original. And you can see the size marking here, presumably. It's 57, which makes sense because it's a 64 shell. And it's been cleaned up here, not by me, by the person I bought it from, unfortunately, so it's not in untouched condition, but it's still untouched up here. You can see it's relatively rusty actually, but yeah, overall it's a really nice helmet, really nice M40. I bought it for 300 euros, which is a really nice price for a camo helmet. Excuse me. And I've already received offers for 360, so I'll actually be making a pretty nice profit of it as well. And this will go towards me buying a, well, sort of already having bought an M42. It's mostly a shell with a probably post-war fire department liner, and I'll be putting a probably reproduction liner in there. And it's actually another Quist made helmet, also 64 size shell, but an M42, which are actually pretty rare because Quist made the M40 helmets until I think it was 1943 or 44 instead of 1942 or something. So there's actually a lot of Quist made yeah, M40 helmets, whereas there are pretty few examples of M42 helmets made by them because they didn't receive the order until pretty late in the war. So, and it's also in really nice condition. The inner parts of it are still in much better shape and not as rusted. And well, the unfortunate bit is of course that the liner isn't original. Also these rivets, as you can see, so if you can see, they haven't been moved in years. The yeah, there's camo paint on them, and if you can see right between here, there's still the original yeah, shade, I guess you'd call it, of the Dunkelgelb. Also here, sort of. One rivet was marked 1942, the others I couldn't really see. And yeah, the liner also has a marking with a Reichsbetriebsnummer, and obviously 1944, as I've already said. And also, which may or not be sad about this helmet, it's actually got some blood stains right here. So I guess the person who was wearing this helmet got wounded in action and kind of, I don't know, took off his helmet and was like, yeah, put it on the ground or something, and yeah, this bit of blood dripped on it. So, well, you don't know what these stories these helmets would have to tell if they could speak, which is pretty sad, to be honest, because it would be really interesting to see where this helmet's been and what it has seen. But yeah, I'd say this sums up this video, and yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you've been through till the end. I'm very proud of you to have been, well, so bored that you've actually watched this video throughout. And yeah, I'll see you next week with hopefully a metal detecting video. And because you've been watching for so long, where is it? Come on. I'll find this and some other things. Now, you guess what this is. But you'll see it in the video. That was it from me for today, and I'll see you next week. Bye!